Nobel Prize-winning American writer John Steinbeck's novel Sweet Thursday, 1954, follows his 1945 classic Cannery Row, picking up the lives of marine biologist Doc and his circle while introducing a number of new faces. Set in the period after the Second World War, the novel opens with Doc returning from military service to a Monterey, California that has changed dramatically. The sardine canneries have shut down due to a severe decline in sea life. Lee Chong, once the proprietor of the general store, has sold his business to a dubious businessman and left town. The Bear Flag, the local brothel, is now run by Fauna, whose goal is not profit but reform. She aims to make her girls respect. Doc, owner of Western Biological Laboratories, also discovers that his former associate, old Jinglebelix, has deserted the lab. This altered Monterey is what greets Doc on his return. Even so, he still sees promise in the community and commits himself to restoring a sense of normalcy. He orders new equipment and resumes collecting specimens, but despite his efforts, he cannot recapture the spirit of his old work or the town itself. Nevertheless, the townspeople care deeply for him and want to see him content again, and his remaining friends resolve to improve his life however they can. At the same time, Doc is researching ectopy for a scientific paper. He is fascinated by their emotional responses, yet despite his interest, he finds himself unable to write. He spends his days at the laboratory inventing reasons to postpone the work. Into Monterey arrives a young woman named Suzy, stepping off the bus with only a few coins to her name. She takes a job at the Bear Flag, though she does not fit the usual image of a prostitute. Fauna, always thinking in terms of suitable marriages, senses that Suzy and Doc belong together. She arranges meetings between them and a mutual attraction quickly develops. Fauna is also an amateur astrologer, and the town is amused by her prediction that Hazel, a dim-witted but earnest young man, will one day become president. Meanwhile, at the Palace Flophouse, where Mack and many of Doc's friends live, the residents believe that the Mexican man who bought Lee Chong's store known as Joseph and Mary also owns the flophouse. Convinced he is a swindler who will evict them, Mack devises a scheme. The group will hold a raffle to raise money for a new microscope for Doc's octopus research, with the flophouse itself as the grand prize. Mack plans to rig the raffle so Doc will win, knowing he would never charge his friends rent. Working with Fauna, Mack organizes a Snow White-themed raffle party, casting Suzy as Snow White. Fauna also intends the event to serve as an engagement celebration for Doc and Suzy, but when the pair realize how deeply they care for one another, Suzy panics and runs away. After Doc wins the raffle as planned, he reveals a surprise. Lee Chong never sold the flophouse at all, he left it to Mack, meaning Mack was the owner from the beginning. Hazel later tries to persuade Suzy to reunite with Doc, but she refuses, having quit the Bear Flag for a job at the Golden Poppy Diner, and declares she will never speak to Doc again unless he is injured. Then she will bring him soup. That condition is enough for Hazel. In the middle of the night, he goes to Doc's lab and deliberately breaks Doc's arm. When Suzy hears of the injury, she rushes to him with soup and confesses her true feelings, promising to help him collect specimens and continue his work. Doc finally gives in, admitting that Suzy makes him happy and that he wants a future with her. At the novel's end, Doc and Suzy prepare to leave for La Jolla, California to carry on his research. The flophouse residents teach Suzy how to drive, and just before their departure, Mack and the others present them with a gift, a new microscope. There is only one catch: it turns out to be a telescope. As Doc and Suzy drive away, Fauna considers adding Suzy's gold star to the wall, while Mack begins to question whether Hazel truly should become president of the United States. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.